Shalom, shalom. Once again, our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakadash. Our honors to the apostles and elders of TMS Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to you, brothers, as pushing sword in sincerity and in truth. Shalom. This is Brother Aria from GMS Guyana. With another quick, update upon how the digital ID system is about to roll out in Guyana, right? And Guyana is part of the B system, right? Guyana and many other countries have drunken the wine. Let me start right there first before I play the video. Revelation chapter 17 and 1. It says, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials and talked with me. Right, and this is the Apostle John, getting a revelation upon the island of Patmos. Right? It says, and talk with me, saying unto me, come hither, and I will show thee the judgment of the great whore which sitteth upon many waters. Right? And the great whore is no other than America. Babylon the Great. The golden city. The place that everybody fantasizing to go to and everybody want to go to. America is the place. The place where how Ba'ashem Yahushai promised to make desolate. Right? And the many waters going into people. The many nations. Right? And we see America showing forth is the power. An example for that is look what's going on in the Caribbean Sea right now. There's America showing you the power that they have to move their ships out of their waters and put it on to a next man's doorstep and shoot down any boat that they see coming out of the place. It's them showing forth the power that they have. Right? Verse 2, it says, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and Guyana is no exception. Right? They are joined with America to push this new system, in the form of a digital ID, which is going to lead straight to the MOTB. Right? It's just a preload to the MOTB. After this, the MOTB is next. And we see things moving fast, heading, into the direction. Right? It says, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunken with the wine of our fornication. So these nations have been made drunk. Esau Edom is controlling them. Right? If you're with this man program, guess what? He cripple your whole economy. Like we do to Venezuela, like what they do to Haiti and other places. Libya, Syria, Afghanistan. These are places that this man cripple these whole places. Right? So Guyana is, a part of this too. Right? So let me get a video.
Born on September 7, 19.
Every person living in Guyana must have one of those. The citizens of our country will have a different color, and the foreigners will have another color. But we'll know.
And this is the plan of the government. that every citizen should have a digital ID, and every non-citizen should have a digital ID too, with a different color, right? So what is this about? This is about tracking, about looking at the behavior of citizens, and basically is a authoritarian, if you're saying the word right, regime they're about to set up. Full control. Just like how Chinese, you wouldn't be able to talk bad about the government, and a lot of things, right? Guyanese is about to be controlled. This place is about to be muzzled by you, by your government. And your government is working with orders from who? From the elites, from those at the top. They ain't doing this off their own. And Guyana is not the only place that's doing this neither. Trinidad, Barbados, is a worldwide something. And Guyanans were following the trend. Because, they are, they drink the wine. Right? So I'm just play the video.
We'd have their biometrics. We're putting up 4,000 cameras. In the next budget, you will see them in communities.
So currently now, based upon my estimate, I already have like about 4,000 or 5,000 cameras up already. And they're planning 2026 to put up 4,000 more cameras, even into small communities. So they're about to surveil and look at everything, right? They're about to surveil and look at everything.
Right across Guyana, so we can track people, the facial recognition software. We can pinpoint who is where in our country at any time.
So that was
and there's the point. This is about is about tracking and controlling, and pinpointing where people is. And they can use it through this digital ID and the camera system, right? So you just listen to the rest of the video.
Vice President of Guyana, Barrett Jagdeo, announcing 4,000 new cameras and mandatory biometric digital ID. I really need y'all to sit with that for a minute. I'm Beans. Follow me for more honest commentary on the chaos in this world and the politics behind it. Now, on the surface, they're selling this as security. Track.
And the ID will be mandatory, not only for foreigners, but also for citizens too. It will be mandatory, right?
Foreigners in Guyana. Cool, that's the pitch. But here's where it starts to feel uncomfortable. Biometrics means your face, your fingerprints, your data permanently stored. That 4,000 cameras, that's not just monitoring borders. It's monitoring people. So it's fair that we should have questions. Who controls this data? Who has access to it? How long is it going to be stored? And what protections exist to stop?
Isairam is the one that can get access to it. And this is just another way for this man to lay the foundation to make this MOTB system, mandatory. Right?
This from being abused later. Because systems built for foreigners have a funny way of eventually being used to track everyone. We did a video on this topic before, and the overwhelming response from Guyanese people was that they didn't want this. Because this isn't just about the IDs. It's about the surveillance and government.
Now she's saying the overwhelming majority of Guyanese don't want this, but guess what? The overall majority of Guyanese right now, they're in a docile state. right? They in a don't care spirit. All they concerned with is getting the cash grant, however they could get it, and basically they don't care what the government do. They don't care, right? The majority of Guyanese, you ask them what they think about the digital ID that the government is about to roll out. They're asking you, where's the? They don't know. You know, they don't know. They asleep. What the scripture says, gross darkness has it's covered the people. Let me get a precept. No, it's in Isaiah. Isaiah 62. 62. 62. Isaiah 60:1, it says, arise, shine, for the light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. Right? And this the light that is risen upon thee is talking about you know, this talking about the truth, you know, being upon the elect. Right? For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth. Hey, we see that. Wars, rumors of wars, pestilence, all these things, right? And gross darkness the people. Because, well, they're asleep. Right? But the Lord shall arise upon thee, upon the elect, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. Right? And it's talking about the elect the nation of Israel. You know, they're not gonna be in darkness like this, like these rest of people. One got a clue going on. You know. So yeah, let me finish out the video.
Government overreach. So I'm asking you again, especially my Guyanese people, does this make you feel safer, or does it feel like the beginning of something else?
Every person living in Guyana.
And indeed, this is the beginning of something else, because this is leading straight to the MOTB. Because without this digital ID, you wouldn't be able to open a bank account. You wouldn't be able to access any government services, cash grants, school cash grants, all these things. You wouldn't be able to access it without a digital ID. So I get the word biometrics. I'm pull up the word biometrics. Tell me I lost it. Let me see. Just bear with me a bit. It says, in simple terms, biometrics is a science of using or requiring behaviors try to identify who you are. Let me just play this.
In simple terms, biometrics is the science of using your unique physical or behavioral traits to identify.
Good. So biometric is a term using your unique physical or behavior traits, identifying who you are. Right? It says instead of something you know, like a password, or something you have like a key, it relies on something you are. So this is why the cameras go hand in hand with this digital ID system, right? It says the word came from the Greek word bio, which means life, and metric, which means measure. So biometrics meaning the measure of life, right? Here is the breakdown of how it works and the different types. So biometric goes into what the measure of life. So this man, inside through the system, he's about to track and to see everything that's going on. But for this system to be fully completed, it going straight to the chip, the microchip, which is the MOTB, right? So this is remember this man did a diligent search, right? So he know how to roll out this system to make people feel comfortable. There's a term called, let me see if I get it here. Here we chat, sir.
Gradualism is the idea that large-scale change happens through a long series of small, steady steps, rather than...
Kind of long. Let me play it back. It says gradualism is the idea of a long stream change happening throughout a long series of... Let me play it back.
Sudden dramatic leaps. Depending on the context, it can refer to how species evolve, how the Earth's landscape changes, or how social policies are enacted.
Good.
And
And in this case, it's how social policies is being enacted by what? Bit by bit. Grooving you into this new system. Bit by bit. Let's see what else it says.
In biology, evolution. In evolutionary biology, gradualism, often called phyletic gradualism, is the theory that species evolve slowly and continuously over millions of years. The concept, small genetic mutations accumulate over generations.
Anyway, I think this is it, So bit by bit, this man bringing this system in, and it all leading to this MOTB system, right? It all leading to the mark. Revelation 13 and verse 16, it says, and he caused it all, the elites, right? And the elites are the Edomites. They are the banking families. They are the one that control the money, control oil price, gold price, crash markets, give bailouts, They control it all. It says, and he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Right? And we see Elon Musk, rolling out the system too. Brain chips. So that different disabled people and amputated people could start back doing certain things. You could get a robot leg, a robot arm, and walk again through the brain chip, right? Everything you see going on upon the face of the earth right now is based upon prophecy. Is based upon prophecy. Elon Musk ain't just making a brain chip because he just wake up one day and decide, hey, I think I can make a brain chip. It's prophecy being fulfilled before our eyes. And the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, put the spirit on them to do these things, to move out and move in. Right? Verse 16 it says, verse 17 it says, and that no man might buy or sell, saving he that have the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So this system this man is setting up is a global system. That without it you can't buy or sell. Guess what? The elect, they're not gonna take this. But 2/3 of our people, You know, those whose names is not written in the book of life, they can be caught up, you know, in this system, because they're too caught up in this world. The scripture says all that is in this world is what? Wickedness, deceit, right? And as I say, Guyana playing the part, just like all these rest of countries, in rolling out this system, showing you that they have drunken of the wine, of the fornication, of the whore, aka America. Anyway, with that, our praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to you, brothers, as portions word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom, until next time.